Right guys, this is a video on the Sirio Boomerang antenna. It's still in its packet. There it is there. It's quite long. I didn't think it was going to be this long, but there we are. Just have a little look and see what you get. Like everything, I'm one-handed. This is that's the mount that goes on for the ground radio. Okay, some of these have got like DVs on the bottom apparently, but I haven't got that one. And then we've got this feels like aluminium. There it is there, there's the stud that screws in. That's the first section. And that's the second section. So it's all lightweight. And I did have a thunder pole on the roof, but that snapped in the storms that we've had. So I thought, well, I'll get something a bit lighter, and obviously I mainly use amateur radio, but I just wanted to put something up so I could talk to a few local friends of mine. So this suits the bill. It's not going to break the bank. You get a little mounting kit with it. I'll drop it all on the floor. There we are. That's it. Right. There we are. There's your little Allen key and your little stoppers. And this is the where you mount it, I guess. There's the mounting pin there. So you've got that. PL259 fits on there. And the mount at the bottom. This is for the bracket, obviously. I won't get that out, but that is very, very thick metal, so it's not flimsy. That's very, very hard, which I was a bit concerned about that because I saw one video and it was bendy. This is not bendy. This is very, very strong, so that's a good thing. I got this one from Moonraker, and that's basically the gist of it. There's two different types. I got the one that can do 200 watts. Funny enough, it was the cheaper one as well. It does 27 to 28.5. Where are we now? dB. Well, they obviously list both aerials on this, don't they? Because there's two different aerials there. So there we have it. I don't think there's a lot of difference actually in them, but I thought the cheaper one was the better one, to be honest. I got the A version, Boomerang 27A, I think is the one I've got. So the next video you see is me putting this thing up. It's all in English, except for there. That's English there. You also get another piece of paper with it as well, which is not really special, but for those who are newbies, I suppose it could come in handy. Where are we? This is all, well, both sides of this is in different languages. The only bit really is in English on this piece here. It's basically common sense, really. There we go. Basically about mounting the antenna, not near power lines and things like that, really. Well, I haven't got one of those, but you can obviously mount it on masts, etc. I've just got a pole in the garden, an aluminium pole that goes up to about 30 odd feet, so that's where it's going to go. All this is in English, more or less. Yep, all this here. There we are. So they do give a good detailed description of the antenna. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing all goes together and what it can actually pick up. At the moment the band's pretty flat, so I don't suppose I'm going to hear much, only a few locals. So I've got nothing else to compare it to, unfortunately, but we'll see what it's like when it's set up and it's on the air, because I've got a few local stations I can speak with and they'll remember my signal from the last time. So with that, I will get on and put this up, and we'll catch you in the next one. Catch you in a minute. Right guys, we put this thing together. Sorry about the lighting in here, it's not the best. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just put the bolts in there with your spring washers. I haven't done them up yet, but that's about it. There's your to put your PL259 in. What was I going to show you was this little thing here. You get an extra bolt for this, and what they give you is that. And you're probably going to wonder, why is that washer so thick? Because it sits into that recess in there for obvious reasons. Another thing they do is they give you this little Allen key, and they even give you the grub screw, so it's not in the antenna when you get it. There it is there. So don't lose that. And that's it. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty good as far as telling you how it all goes together, really. It's all there. Both antennas. But to be honest with you, I think that the one I got was the cheaper one, was the better one, because if you look on here, they give you both models. Look, that's the one I've got there, and that's the other one. And when it comes down to watts, maximum power 200 watts CW, continuous, and on the other one 150 watts continuous. So I think that was the better deal at the end of the day. The height's the same, I believe. I think the height's the same. But anyway, I'm going to put this thing up and we'll see what it's like when it's all together. It is pretty basic. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think it's good value for money, to be quite honest. It seems to be very well built. I thought this was going to be nasty, cheap, nasty, thin stuff, but it's not. It's pretty thick stuff, so that's not going to bend. The wind load, where it takes, if you get a storm, it worked out at 86 miles an hour, so it can withstand that apparently. I wouldn't like to try it though, but anyway, that's what they put down on here. So there you are. So we'll see what it's like when it's all up, and we'll catch you when it's done. Guys, we've got it up there, as you can see. It's up there. That's the Boomerang antenna. I must say, it was a real pig to SWR though. But you know, it's worth it at the end of the day. It's on a pole. That bit there, the radial coming off the bottom part, if you can get a reasonably good SWR with the top section, if you move that bottom section, it does help to bring the SWR down. I don't think it was going to make much difference, but it did. So if you do get a good SWR, you can even get a better one if you move that up and down. And I've got a 1-to-1, so I'm quite pleased with that. It's taken me the best part of the afternoon to do it, mine, but it's up there now, and it's working. So there we go. It's supposed to be able to take quite a good wind load. We'll have to see how it goes. The other antennas, I would have stuck it on top of there, but that leg coming off would have got in the way, as you can see. It's me cobweb antenna, me VHF, UHF, but I couldn't put it on top of there because the radial would have touched the cobweb, so it's going to be on a pole on its own. So we'll have an on-air test with it sometime or other, so we'll see what it's like. I'm going to talk to my mate in Ferndown, which is not too far away, and see if he can receive me. I've got across to Mike on the Isle of Wight, had a good chat with him, so it's doing its job. Okay guys, catch you again soon, and I will put a photo at the end of this to show you the specs of it all, so you can freeze it and have a look. Okay, catch you later. Okay guys, we're going to try this again. Put it on auto squelch. and just see if my mate's on the frequency. Yeah, good evening, Dave. You there, copy?
Got you, mate.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, you're coming through all right. No problems at all on this Boomerang antenna. So what's the signal like over that way? Is it the same as what it was with the other antenna I used to use?
You're about a signal 7 with me, which I think was about the same.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Then I forget the other one I had. What was it called? Thunderpole. That was it. I had a Thunderpole before, and it snapped in that storm we had. So I put this Boomerang up today. It was a bit of a pig to SWR. Oh, well, I did find the same thing as you. You get the SWR to roughly where you can get it to, and then you move the bottom leg, and that does help somewhat. But you only notice it drop considerably once you launch it up in the air.
Oh, well, you're coming through all right. What's the what height you got it at?
Yeah, it's around about, I think it must be around about 36 feet.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Considering what it is, that's not working bad at all.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Oh, right. Okay, I'll just go quiet and finish up here. I'll be back in a sec.
You don't.
Well, there you are, guys. It's all working fine. As you can see, I'm not running a great deal of power on this thing. It's the same as what I normally use. So I'm quite impressed with the antenna, to be honest. I know the SWRM was a right pain in the arse, but to be honest, it was well worth it. So I would recommend a Boomerang antenna. They're quite stealthy antennas. You can put them on balconies and things like that. I happen to have mine on a 36-foot aluminium pole in the garden, bolted to the shed. So there we go, it works. Okay, guys, catch you again soon. Thanks very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.